Hello and welcome back for another episode of Indie Impressions. My name is Nick, and today we're looking at DRM, aka Death Ray Manta. I am so psyched to play. This is an absolutely beautiful game by Rob Fearon, and I got this through the bundle in a box, but it is also on Greenlight right now. And I do need to warn you guys, this is one of those seizure games, epilepsy-inducing types. In fact, it's possibly one of the most of the ones I've played on this channel, so if you guys out there do have any trouble with epilepsy or having seizures, you know, flashing lights induced stuff, please don't watch this video. In fact, you may have trouble watching like half the videos I do on this channel, so we may need to reevaluate what we're doing between the two of us on this. That's okay though. Those of you who are still here, thank you for staying, and you know, not at the risk of your own medical health or anything. I don't want that. Beautiful, beautiful game though, so colorful. You know how much I love art games and color, and this one has all of that. It's beautifully distilled down to the absolute fundamentals of what makes those flashing color games so exciting, stuff like Geometry Wars and Robotron, and it's just absolutely crazy. So hopefully you've been watching the little scrolling stuff down at the bottom there about Death Ray Manta and the lasers in his head, and he lives in space, and he likes lasers. Yeah, I guess let's kick it off. This is going to be a pretty short episode, unfortunately, for two reasons. Number one, this game is pretty compact. Not that it's short, but it's just you play it in small bursts, you know, like Geometry Wars. And number two, I'm on the verge of a headache, which is why I thought it would be a perfect time to play an epilepsy-inducing flashing light game. Here we go! So I'm playing this with the 360 controller. Left stick controls my Manta, and A actually fires, surprisingly. As I was totally expecting this to be a dual stick shooter. However, it does not appear to be one. I can grab this power up though. So hopefully you get the idea about the flashing lights by now. Since I'm speaking, I'm missing a lot of the text that's going by. But on the bottom, it actually talks about each thing I've killed as I play, which is kind of interesting. So each individual enemy that I've killed, it's giving me a little bit of like a, not a eulogy, but like a little text, flavor text thingy about it. What? I don't know what I can and can't touch here though, that's the thing. Okay, well I guess it doesn't matter. I did want to actually show this a while ago, and I meant to, but the build that I got was a pre-release version, and it had like some spoiler information about that this was, you know, going to be available a certain way. I just didn't want to get into editing at all, so I thought this would be better. But I was absolutely psyched to see this finally available, and I'm really happy to finally get to play it. I mean, it's just look at it; it's freaking beautiful. What else can you say about this thing? Everything is exploding into neon colors and text everywhere. It's obviously going to be a little overwhelming for a lot of us. In fact, maybe it's a little overwhelming for myself. In fact. Since I'm not sure still what I'm supposed to be able to be killing here. Did that get me? No? It's always a good game when you can't tell if you won or lost. So I've got a few markers up in the corner there. Oh, it just said King Death Ray. That seems like a pretty good thing to be. We've got an Astro Zone, which is up at the top left, and we've got Space Tiffins, which are at the top right. I have 6 Space Tiffins. And there's a big shiny number 1. Oh crap, those are shooting bullets at me. There's a big shiny number 1 up in the top middle. I don't know what that means, maybe that's my lives. More worried about the Space Tiffins right now, because that sounds like a pretty good thing to have. Hail Satan! I love how sort of random this game is, but at the same time, while it's random, it's also still, not that weird. I mean, considering how games used to be, I think this actually fits. Whoa, what did I do? I thought I won, but I guess I lost. Alright, back in. Here we go. See, that's why I like this game. You can just keep playing it and playing it and playing it, and nobody's going to give you any trouble, because it's just going to start over as soon as you die. I'm not even paying super close attention, but I'm still having a great time playing this. Your hands just sort of take over. I mean, maybe it's all the years I've been playing Geometry Wars. Whenever I play games like this, it tends to just... I sort of function on this lower brain state, and I think it works out just fine. Baby, baby! Talk about a nutter. So I've got 2 Space Tiffins right now. I'm kind of worried about that. That doesn't seem like a large amount. Astro Stage out. So, I mean, the one sort of criticism I have, if this is even a criticism, is obviously not enough flashing colors. And I say that jokingly, because there's actually plenty of flashing colors. The one actual criticism that I have is, I just really like a mode where I can use this as a dual-stick shooter. I'm just so used to that, it feels like it just would be natural. And I feel like I could actually play this pretty competitively, like, with myself, of course, because this isn't a co-op type game. But I would at least like to shoot for the best score possible, and I feel like having to face the direction you need to fire in does not seem conducive to getting the best score possible. That was like a game I would play with myself in Geometry Wars, like, how can I only shoot in the direction I'm facing and win? And usually you can't. It's just not really possible. Too much crap coming at you. I mean, things are a little bit more subdued in Death Ray Manta. Not much more, but a little bit more. And for what it lacks in constant enemy barrage, it seems to make up for in flashing colors. And I do like the color palette of this as well. I mean, everything's got a really nice radiant feel to it, with that the old school sort of a noise filter, vacuum tube looking monitor thing going on. I don't know if that's actually, it's probably intentional, but it does look like a little bit like you're playing this on a monitor, like the old style games, which is always fun. I am into the retro thing. I mean, I don't play a lot of retro games at this point anymore. It's mostly, there's so much great stuff coming out constantly that it's hard for me to spend a lot of time in the past. But of course, if you know my pedigree as far as gaming goes, yeah, I've pretty much played all of them, or as many as I could possibly get my hands on. So, you know, not a lot of references, and I'm not trying to brag here, but I feel like not a lot of references are lost on me as far as, you know, old school gaming goes. I was born in '85, so I think I was kind of right in the midst of the heyday of all of the good stuff. So I kind of feel fortunate to have been born at that point, because it really, you know, works out that you can't say a lot of people have been born, like, with the rise of an entire industry and have kept tabs on it for their whole lives, too. So I feel, you know, very happy about all of that. Did I... Oh, I died again. Okay, we need a couple more seconds to kind of catch what's going on at the end there. I don't think it said anything too important, but at the same time, I kind of wanted to see what it said. I think it was something about, like, leaderboard or something. There's no actual, like, menus or anything to look at here. It's just you get on the title screen, you hit a button, and you play. Maybe some stat tracking would be nice. And of course, this is still sort of a work in progress, as you've seen. Probably flashed by at the bottom here. It said something about a update coming in October, possibly, which may add the ability to customize stuff. It'll probably come back around again. Death Ray Manta has lasers in his head. He blew up his house, and now he lives in space. And he likes it. I can't catch that last thing. Maybe cats? There may be cats here. Is it coming back? I'm just pretty sure I saw that in there at one point. Oh yeah, October 2012 Super Custom Update. Cool. So I am looking forward to a Super Custom Update. I'm not sure what that entails exactly, but whatever it is, I'm sure it'll be awesome. Okay, so those are Space Tiffins. Those are those diamond-shaped objects that seem to give me some sort of a power-up. Can we touch these? Okay, we cannot touch those diamonds. I just needed to get that out of the way. That was a suicide run, I guess. Now, did the Tiffins, do they make me stronger at all? Oh, wow. Okay, I just ran right into that dude. I really love how quickly you can just get right back into the game. Like, even Geometry Wars wasn't that fast. And I did spend a lot of time starting over in that, I have to admit. But there was a little bit of a lag between you finishing a game. Usually it was because you had to, like, catch your breath and let your heart rate cool down before you started again. Every single enemy, like, drops some weird word behind it. There is, like, a nice sort of sense of humor to the feeling of this, the motif, I guess. I've been using that word a lot, I need to cool it down with that. Oh, wow, really? It would be kind of cool if you could, like, earn extra lives, but I don't know, I guess it does want to be a bite-sized game, so there's no problem with that. Squeeze me. Sometimes I finish the level and I don't even expect to. Ding, 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 zunk. Kapow. I hope one of the things you can customize in the super customization update is the words that show up, because that would also be kind of fun. There's not a ton of different enemy types, but at the same time, it's like there's just enough that you feel like there's a little diversity and you're not just shooting the same stuff all the time. Having those flashing diamonds, though, is kind of annoying. I wish I could just go wherever I want, but then again, what game can you ever just go wherever you want? Hopefully you've been watching those text things that have flashed by. I'm pretty sure they say some funny stuff. Since I'm, like I said before, since I'm commentating, I'm sort of missing out. If I was actually just trying to read them, I could probably just make it in time, but, you know, when I'm talking, my attention is diverted for just long enough that I miss each one. Something about colorful, and then I always see Hail Satan at the bottom, which is just perfect. I haven't even talked about the fact that, you know, DRM, digital rights management, I'm not sure if there's any parallel to be drawn there or if it's just a coincidental thing, but I think it's kind of funny anyway. DLC Quest is really the, well, the big commentary on that whole thing. I mean, obviously, DRM and DLC are two different issues, but still. When you talk about controversial stuff in the game industry, sometimes those two things tend to come up a lot. And this game has no DRM, ironically, being called DRM. Always a positive trait, in my opinion, as a PC gamer. So I guess we'll do just this one last one. We'll see how far I get this time. How many Space Tiffins can I accrue? Oh, these guys got a light on me here. Sort of reminds me a little bit of, what is it, Everyday Shooter or something. Some of these elements, at least. Still way more abstract, even. Well, actually, maybe less abstract. Yeah, actually, almost definitely less abstract. This is clearly all existing in, like, the world of electronic gaming. And Everyday Shooter was kind of all over the map. In a good way, though. And I have to say, as far as twin-stick shooters go, Everyday Shooter is probably my favorite, you know, right on par with Geometry Wars. And I've played quite a few of them, but I never seem to get bored of them for some reason. I don't know what it is about this, like, the frantic pacing or something, but I just keep playing them. Even The Binding of Isaac I consider a twin-stick shooter. And I did get to play that preview version, like I said before. I got pretty far in it. I was a little disappointed to find out I only had one life, because I kind of made a stupid mistake, I think, after I was, like, 15 minutes in, if I made it that far, maybe not. But it was a good time, and it still is a good time, so I would definitely encourage you guys, go check this out on Bundle in a Box, and then, of course, check it out on Greenlight. I'll post that in the description, the link to it, as I always do anyway. And that's a new thing, I guess. I'm going to be doing a lot of stuff with Greenlight coming up. Haven't really laid it out exactly yet, but that's it's in the plans. I'm hoping to maybe make like a Greenlight category or something on the site. And I would like to remind you guys that I have actually made an official Indie Impressions Greenlight collection. So feel free to head on over to that and cast some votes, because everybody could use all the positivity they can find over on Greenlight. It's nice to see that they picked 10 games already and passed them on through, although the majority of them weren't ones that I had voted on, but still, it's nice to know somebody's getting it. Actually, props to McPixel. I totally voted for McPixel. And another game that I've actually done a full play of on my channel, so if you guys are interested in checking out McPixel, feel free to hop over there, and you can watch some of it. It's a great time. I had a really interesting time playing that one, but this is not an episode about McPixel, so I should not be going off on such a tangent. But I will remind you, head on over to the website, indieimpressions.com, that's indie-impressions.com, and you can check out the forums, meet some people, check out all the games I review, and just generally keep up with what's going on the channel. Then, of course, my Facebook page, which is facebook.com/indieimpressions, and the Twitter, well, two Twitters, at RockLeeSmile and at indieimpressions. The at RockLeeSmile one's my personal one. Feel free to send me over some game requests, suggestions, tips, tricks, what have you. Whatever you like, I'm happy to talk about it, so that's me. Hope to talk to you guys soon. I do these videos every day, so make sure you stop back again tomorrow for another one, and maybe more or less epileptic, I'm not sure, I haven't decided yet. We will see. I make these things up kind of on the fly. So, see you guys tomorrow. Have a lovely night. Later.